Brutal John is easily one of my favorite games this year, and it's not even a full game. It's out on early access on PC, and I've been playing it for the past week, and in terms of quality, this delivers. I enjoyed the prior demos and their updates, but those didn't even really prepare me for how things would work in the campaign. Overall, I'm left with an impression of just being impressed with what they have done here. It's wildly entertaining. Easily one of the best games of the summer and this year. It's old school shooting action with an older politically incorrect attitude that makes for an experience, and I feel honestly one that's been missed for a long time. The content that they have in early access, when it ended, I was hit with a bit of sadness because I knew that I had to wait for the rest of the game. That all being said, I knew at least I'd be waiting for something awesome. Yes, I love Brutal John too.
You're fired.
There's an overt silliness and fun that the game is just having. When it comes to how stuff works with its story and plot, it's all over the place, and yet it fits within this world. It's very of this medium, and I mean that in a positive way. Nods, winks, and even influences that inspired this game are found throughout the campaign, along with also creating its own identity. Brutal John 2 feels like it lifts most of its inspiration from Duke Nukem and Serious Sam, right down to the mobs of enemies at times, and then also with those frequent trips to various strip clubs. Brutal John also has killer pacing. This campaign moves. The early access portion took me about 5 hours to get through, and I never felt like the game was trying to pad itself out. I would move to new locations and be greeted with new weapons, maybe a vehicle section, along with presentation to match that high quality gunplay. I really like the soundtrack in this one. The voice acting is just silly, and I have no idea what they did to achieve it. Maybe it's AI, maybe it was intentional, but it all helps to beef up the humor too. You can tell when you find yourself loving something because when you reach the end of it, you want more of it. In this case, I wanted to replay the levels again, experience those silly moments and such. I would rather have something like that than something that really pushes its time and you can really then start to feel it. Brutal John 2 delivers and then leaves you wanting just a bit more.
Is this some kind of prank?
The gunplay is simply great in this, everything from the juicy and punchy gun sounds along with the brutal impact with loads of body parts flying around. Weapons come in so many varieties, along with your always present kick. This can help you do quick melee or break stuff if needed. Then you have all the guns to play around with, from plasma weapons, dual wielding rocket pistols, chain guns, shotguns, snipers, along with a lot more. You will make use of everything since the ammo size for each gun feels like just enough, so you'll be switching to make sure that you can beat the many gunfights. Enemies come in a few forms. It's a mixture of gunmen, melee rushers, and then even flying enemies. Spawn ports pop up, so you need to keep an eye out for those and then destroy them first. Vehicles are even featured here, with a very brief but fun tank section. I wish that one was a bit longer, along with a bike level that has a bike that is basically invulnerable, and it's good for running over enemies too. That level itself focuses on a more linear path like most of the game, but the bike is your main means of transportation, giving it a different flow. Something the game does very well is that it changes things up from the normal gunplay, and that each level has a bit of its own identity and feels fresh as well. For example, some levels are very destroy this big huge boss or get to A to B. Others will give you more of an open space for some exploration, and even then incorporating backtracking, but then this is part of the design and doesn't really feel stale. You might explore a town before an attack, and then you go back through it and now it has as enemies. Or maybe one level features different locations, another has you needing to refill on fuel, and then you need to fight to the fuel and then get back to your ship. Another has a bigger level that then sort of folds in and around itself as new parts of the map open up. You might go into the sewers and then pop back up where you were before, but now a new part of the area and map is open for you to fight through. Makes these sections feel more expansive. Bosses are peppered throughout the campaign. They honestly get better as the game goes along. Mainly you need to shoot down the health bar while fighting within an arena. One of the best takes place in a stadium and the foe is massive. Another is just you fighting a 3-phase crazy chef, changing it up with each phase. Locations are another plus as well. You get some trains, a city, urban areas, space station, movie theater, stadium, and a lot more. Mini games are then found at least once in most of the levels. They feature some type of retro shooting or platforming gameplay. They emulate the feel, look, and sound of those titles, allowing you to then earn some extra items if you complete them. They are these nice breathers that offer up different gameplay. Money is earned while fighting and exploring. This can be used to buy more supplies, items, and even some upgrades for your guns. I do think it is odd that you can't buy more ammo, and I hope that becomes an option in the future. Exploration is another area of the game, and an asset at that. Even the linear stages have their own secrets to find too. They are worth seeking out, and the game does let you know if you have found everything within a level as well. Level surprises feel like they are around every corner, from the crazy humor, what guns you might be using, vehicles, and even a stage where you are jumping between cars as you just want to grab some beer. Why? Because the dog character wants to drink. Knock down bathroom doors to find extra supplies, or an enemy just trying to pinch one off. Maybe you disrupt a concert going on and fight through the Wild West kind of a level. It feels like anything and everything could be happening within this game, and it all works.
Let's go help John.
I want beer.
If we had the track to ourselves, we'd have enough beer for a week. Come to mama.
I'm too heavy. This bike can't hold us both.
Makes sense. I'll cover you.
Guns, guns, guns. Shooting never gets old in this title, and the bullet time element feels like a nice bonus. Brutal John as a character is likable along with his crew. I love the main bad guy as well, and some of the humor does go into that juvenile territory, and I missed a game doing this right. It felt like we haven't seen anything like this since the good Saints Row games when they were in full swing. As it pertains to flaws, one I did notice is I feel like the kick could use just a bit more punch to it, like to its sound effect and the pushback to the actual kick. Sometimes I would kick an enemy and it felt like I was just breathing heavily on an enemy than actually kicking them. There were a handful of instances where there was slowdown where I had a bunch of enemies and on-screen explosions associated with it. I had an instance of an enemy getting stuck, and then another that was just spinning. The game could use a western-like gun like a lever-action rifle, considering one level leans heavily towards having that soundtrack leaning into that western setting too. So should a gun. Lastly, another flaw is that I think some of the cutscenes are in need of better sound mixing, especially whenever the main villain is talking. I think many of these can be improved upon with more patches. While not a flaw, I have two suggestions. I have no idea what work would be involved to have these two wishlist items, but I'm gonna put them here anyway. One, I would love to see a horde mode. You can let the player fight through levels, use cash for upgrades, and all of that. Fun endurance fighting. And then I would add a layer on top of it. Make it two-player. These may never happen, but hey, I can dream. Sure, this game has some flaws, but nothing that significantly hinders the enjoyment of the game, and most importantly, it's fun.
Buy mining card. Increase your hash rate. These streets don't work on me, damn reptoid. Buy mining cards, or I'll drink all beer you have at your home. Hell, don't you dare, Lucilian!
Brutal John 2 manages to impress within its early access stage. It doesn't have this layer of roughness to it, but rather this feels like early access is being used to then get the game finished and then tweaked and improved. What I played felt smooth and good, not like I was playing some alpha or even a beta. Apparently the game is expected to be in early access for about 6 months, so hopefully we get to see the full game released, sometime in December or maybe January. Either way, what is present here and right now is absolutely awesome, along with me eager to want to see what's going to be added next. Brutal John 2 shows that indies not only can bring back older experiences that many of us have missed, but they can make them feel fresh and new too. This developer shows a love and passion for the genre and the games of its kind, while also being a fresh face to the space. I cannot wait to see the rest of this game, and then I hope that this team continues to make games like this. I'm a huge fan. I love it. What are your thoughts on all this? Have you played or tried Brutal John 2? Let me know all of this in the comments down below. If you're interested in supporting the channel, please check out my Patreon page. For just $1 a month, you can help to keep this channel going strong, and this allows me to be able to do more for my awesome audience. Please check out the links in the description and pinned comment for ways to support the channel. And most of all, thank you very much for watching.